Rehearsal. In the last video, we talked about the first topic, which was mental imagery. And if you haven't watched the video, you might be able to see a white pop on the first part of your screen, which will lead you to that video of mental imagery. It is just 2 to 3 minutes long. And these videos aren't connected, mental imagery and rehearsal. It is not like you have to watch mental imagery and then you can watch rehearsal. These are different topics. I will just recommend you that because that topic comes before rehearsal, and it is just 2 to 3 minutes long video. It is easy for you to watch. It is a short and simple topic, and rehearsal is also like a short and simple topic. The video will be just like close to mental imagery video. Because by name you already might have understood, many of you already might be familiar to this name, rehearsal. We are just going to see this topic a little bit. It is a short and simple topic, just like its name. Rehearsing. What is rehearsal? Rehearsing refers to repeating of information over and over again in order to learn it. It is something which you all know already, or maybe if you didn't know, you can read this. Rehearsing refers to repeating of information over and over again in order to learn it. Whenever you are going to do something, you try to master it, and what you do rehearsal for it. You uh, repeat that information you have over and over again in order to master it. That is what rehearsal is. Now here important parts start. I don't think so I have to give you more idea of what your rehearsal is. You already know what rehearsal is, but now this is important, whereas because I don't think so you know this. Rehearsal is divided into two types, which is maintenance rehearsal and elaborative rehearsal. In maintenance rehearsal, information is simply repeated a number of times without understanding the underlying meaning to keep it in memory. On the other hand, elaborative rehearsal is a method of learning information by making an attempt to elaborate it, either by understanding its underlying meaning or by making meaningful connections with other information. Now, listen to me carefully. We will be going through these 2 points, last 2 points, properly. We just read through it now. You can pause the video and read it by yourself, and if you don't want to pause, I will just explain it to you. What is the difference in between these two? Maintenance rehearsal, here whenever you have the information, you just simply repeat it a number of times. That is all maintenance rehearsal is about. You don't focus on underlying meaning to keep it in memory. Whereas in elaborative rehearsal, here the information you have given, in order to learn it, you make an attempt to elaborate it. You make an attempt here to elaborate it by either by understanding. Here you try to understand the underlying meaning. Either you understand the underlying meaning or make meaningful connections with other information. That is it. Now I'll give you a few things which are not mentioned here. I will tell you a few things which are not mentioned here. Now listen to me carefully. What do the studies suggest? Now we have two types of rehearsal: maintenance rehearsal and elaborative rehearsal. But you might have got the question, or if you haven't, uh, which is more efficient, maintenance rehearsal or elaborative rehearsal? Because one of them got to be more efficient, right? Both can't be equal. According to studies have suggested that elaborative rehearsal is more efficient when it comes to learning information, more than maintenance rehearsal. So which is more efficient? Elaborative rehearsal. Now I'll give you a little bit more information about elaborative interrogation. It is not mentioned here, so listen to me carefully. What is it? Elaborative interrogation. It involves asking why question for the information to be remembered. Now listen to me carefully. I'll read this slowly. It involves asking why question for the information to be remembered and then generating an answer. Now, where do we use this elaborative interrogation? Studies have suggested that this specific technique of elaborative interrogation is useful in remembering facts. So, you use elaborative interrogation in remembering facts. That's what studies suggest. Now, what are the key points you have to take through this video? First thing, what is rehearsal? Rehearsing refers to repeating of information over and over again in order to learn it. Then two types, maintenance and elaborative. What is the difference? In maintenance rehearsal, you simply repeat the information a number of times, whereas in elaborative rehearsal you try to elaborate that information by either understanding its underlying meaning or making meaningful connections with other information. Then what we saw was which is more efficient. Elaborative rehearsal is more efficient. And again we saw in elaborative interrogation, where it is used the most. It is like asking why question in order to that information, in order to remember that information. And studies have suggested that elaborative interrogation is used in remembering facts more. Now that is it for this video. That is all you have to know about rehearsal. In the next video we'll be talking about organization. So if you don't know this topic, if you haven't watched the video of mental imagery, which I recommend you to watch before this video, the topic is actually divided into three subtopics, which is mental imagery, rehearsal, and organization. They are strategies in learning. Actually, the name of the whole topic is strategies in learning, imagery, rehearsal, and organization. So we talked about mental imagery, rehearsal. Now in the next video we'll be talking about organization. I'll be uploading video tomorrow. So please subscribe to the channel and on the bell icon to stay notified. And I'll see you tomorrow with the next video of organization. Until then, if you want to leave a like, you can leave a like.